Am I the asshole for telling my sister not to come to my wedding if she kept bringing up her miscarriage? 3 years ago, my younger sister, Jen, had a miscarriage at 9 weeks. She and her partner, Scott, were devastated. I was there for them as much as I could be, but it was a tough time. A few months later, Scott left Jen. Jen said it was because of the miscarriage. They had a close-knit group of friends, and I found it odd no one had checked on her, so I called her best friend to suggest a girls' night. That's when I learned the real reason they broke up. Jen had slept with someone else. When Scott confronted her, she blamed the miscarriage. 9 months ago, I got engaged and asked Jen to be my maid of honor. At our engagement party, Jen became inconsolable when she saw our friend's baby. Everyone's focus, including mine, was on Jen all night. I wasn't upset with her. I figured she was imagining what these big family events would be like with a child, so I gave her grace. But since then, with anything related to the wedding, she brings up her miscarriage, but only at my wedding events. I asked her to help me pick flowers, and she had a meltdown when she saw baby blue roses because she's convinced she was having a boy. We had to leave. When we went wedding dress shopping, she picked out a maternity bridesmaid dress and asked to try it on so she could see how she would have looked. When she started stuffing a cushion up her dress, I thought, she's actually lost it, and had to walk away. I've tried talking to her about going to counseling again, but she insists this is a normal part of grieving. Then she planned my bachelorette party. I was so grateful, but I later found out she'd sent everyone a list of rules. No talking about pregnancy or kids, no wearing baby blue, and so on. I confronted her gently, suggested counseling again, and said I was there for her, but I also told her that if she wanted to impose any more rules, she had to come to me first. It all came to a head when one of my friends and bridesmaids announced she was pregnant. She'd be 7 months along at the wedding. After the announcement, Jen called her and said it would be best if she did come because she could maintain her peace being reminded of her loss. When I found out, I lost it. I told Jen she was using her miscarriage to get attention. I said if she made one more demand or one more comment about it at anything wedding related, she was uninvited. And in either case, she was no longer my maid of honor. Since then, Jen has told everyone I've kicked her out of the wedding for being too upset about her miscarriage. In retaliation, I've told anyone who will listen the real reason she and Scott broke up. Half our friends and family think I'm the asshole, half think she is. I'm still horrifically angry and stuck. Am I rightly angry or should I be more understanding? For some context on why I told people about the cheating, multiple people she'd spoken to first reached out to me. They called me horrible for dumping her from the wedding for having a miscarriage. They said things like, she's lost her partner and her sister because she lost her baby. I felt I had to correct them. I explained that she didn't lose us because of the miscarriage. She lost us because of her actions since then. Her blaming the miscarriage is part of a pattern. I was upset and hurt that she wanted everyone to think I was the kind of person who would dump my sister over losing a baby. So I lashed out by telling them what really happened with Scott, to defend myself. Someone mentioned the phrase weaponized grief, and that's what it feels like. She clearly didn't deal with her grief at the time, and I'm surprised it's presenting itself this way now. Part of me wonders if seeing me get married is making her think it should have been her and Scott. Maybe her guilt and her unprocessed grief have caused some kind of break. I'm not sure, but I'm glad most people seem to agree I was right to set boundaries. It gives me some peace, but if she's not at my wedding, I'll still be absolutely devastated. So, what do you think? Was I wrong to set these boundaries and ultimately uninvite my sister from my wedding party? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, please like this video and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.